Three brave amigos are we, brother to brother.
Welcome back to this already, the final segment of today's Price of Business. You know that sound. It's the 3 a.m. Ego. That means you should run, not walk, but run away from the radio. But we'll have fun anyway. Do you want to mention today's program brought to you in part by ChrisKidd.com, Detroit.com, and Cornerstone Business Academy. Gentlemen, we've got here lined up, as usual, the usual suspects. Somebody Kramer, a producer extraordinaire, and Dan Shedd, who is intern, perennial intern at that, and your host, Kevin Price. Welcome, gentlemen.
Yo, welcome indeed. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks to you. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Absolutely. I want to get straight to our topic. I'm sure we'll have a time for a little bit of Thanksgiving talk afterwards, but I want to get straight to our topic. What do you got for us today, Dan Shedd?
Well, a professor in Austin who teaches at Houston-Tillotson University is living in a dumpster.
What?
Yes. A environmental studies professor, Dr. Jeff Wilson, is living in a trash dumpster that is 36 square feet in size to promote living with less and living sustainably.
So, what? Wait a second. Living with less and living sustainably.
Yeah.
Since when is, well, I guess garbage is sustainable. It just keeps coming.
Yeah, it's the gift that keeps giving.
So, in that regard, I suppose, and then living with less, if you're living in a dumpster, you know, the only way he could live with less is if it were an empty dumpster.
Yeah.
He did empty a dumpster and remodeled it to live in. And
well, that's no fair.
He has the basic necessities, you know.
Microwave, DVD player.
Not that, you know, not those necessities, stuff that we take for granted nowadays.
Obama phone.
But he does have, decorative wallpaper, a bed, and...
I didn't know decorative...
Wait a minute, he's got a decorative wallpaper in his trash dumpster?
That's a necessity?
Yes, he does.
Oh, my goodness. You know, we're living the cush life. Next, you're going to tell me he's got, an iPad, because that's a necessity. You know, high-speed internet, according to our current administration, is a necessity.
Yeah. That is a pretty good story. Where'd you get that from?
I'm sorry, what, Kevin?
Where did you get that from?
I got this from abcnews.com, and if you would like more information on the dumpster project, there is a website called dumpsterproject.org.
Well, better still, there's a website called priceofbusiness.com, which will have a link to that.
There you go. Now, let me ask you, this guy is in where? What university?
Houston-Tillotson University in Austin, Texas.
And it's in Austin, Texas.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. It's in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, keeping Austin weird. One
continues,
dumpster diving professor at a time.
Continues to be Berkeley on the Brazos. Great topic. I like this. I think it's awesome. And so apparently it's a clean dumpster, right?
Yeah.
Was it brand new, or had it seen use? Was it seasoned?
It was used.
It was used.
They just cleaned it out for him to use, and apparently he almost got taken away by the trash dumpster. You know, by the trash people. One night, he said that two of his neighbors got taken away, and that was the scariest night for him so far. But he has been living in a dumpster for about 6 months, according to this article.
Wow, and does he show up to class, stinking of rotten garbage?
I guess so, because he doesn't have a washer or dryer. He has to, wash it in the, restrooms and stuff like that. So
basically, the students are really, kind of experiencing, shall we say, eau de toilette, au naturel, and the kids are paying for this, Kevin. That's what's amazing. These parents are paying for their kids teacher to live in a garbage dump.
Yeah, and the guy who's doing it, Professor Dumpster, is what they call him. Dr. Jeff Wilson is the author of dozens of scientific journal articles and is a recipient of the UT system's highest teaching award.
Oh, of course.
He did postdoctoral work at Harvard. He got his PhD in environmental science from the University of Canterbury. So, just further delegitimizing formal education one day at a time.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of message is it sending? Hey, get an advanced degree and you too could live in a dumpster.
Yeah, absolutely. Let the good times roll. All right, we're running short on time. I do want to ask your thoughts about this massive pirating of movies that took place over the weekend, including the little parody about North Korea, and they're pointing to North Korea as the possible perpetrators of this. Did you hear about that, Sigmund?
No, what? What happened?
Well, there's this new comedy about killing the North Korean president that's out. These two guys doing a comedy tour, and they were being recruited by the CIA to go to North Korea. But while you're there, go ahead and kill the president. Well, as a result, their movie was released on Friday, and their movie was all over the web in complete form and pretty high quality. And several other movies released over the weekend were pirated, and they're now pointing to the regime, the Hermit Kingdom, as being the perpetrators of this. Did you hear about that, Dan said?
Yes, I have heard about the movie that you're referencing called The Interview, and it is definitely something that, like you said, is causing quite a stir. And I don't know if we need to do that right now with all the, stuff that's going on in the world today. But hey, it's not of my choice.
Well, but I'm confused. That. So they're saying that the North Koreans are the ones that pirated it and put it up on the web for everyone to see?
Yeah, it and several other Sony movies.
But okay, does that make a whole lot of sense? Because I remember a few months ago when they were threatening to do awful things to Seth Rogen. Wasn't it Seth Rogen and James Franco?
Yeah. So
they were basically saying, this is an international incident, and they were pretty much threatening them, and it just seems weird that they would want to draw more attention now to the movie that they were trying to get stopped from being released in the first place. Now it seems like maybe they're just trying to make sure that the movie makes no actual legitimate box office.
Right. They can't stop the movie that's been made, but maybe they can deter them from doing future movies about them.
Oh, see, it just seems to me like somebody would just do it as a tax write-off and just keep doing it. I mean, it makes for a great tax write-off.
I don't think Sony Theater is run by North Koreans.
No. I mean, filmmakers just saying, hey, we're going to make this movie.
Tax write-off's that great, buddy. I think they'd rather actually make money.
Oh, no, listen, I worked at Paramount. We used to we made it seem like Forrest Gump was a loss. That was an infamous story. So, no, they love doing that kind of stuff.
Well, but they made money off of Forrest Gump.
Right, they did, but they made it seem
but
like
how do they make
money
if they're not making any money from it, if it's been stolen?
But I'm telling you, they love making it seem like they lost money on the deal. But in this case, they really did lose money on the deal.
Well, the World War II drama Fury was downloaded 500,000 times since the November 25 cyber attack on Sony's film and TV studio. And Annie has been compromised as well.
Annie deserves to be compromised, but that's a different matter.
Yeah, you gotta watch it, dude. Yeah, it's I don't know. I would see it totally within line of North Korea. You think so, Dan?
Well, I mean, like I said earlier, I just don't think it's right to, I don't think it's right what they're doing necessarily.
Dan, we're not having that conversation. There's no one here.
I think Dan took a nap.
I've made my entire living. Both of the people you're talking to have made their living off of intellectual property, even if it wasn't very intellectual.
That's right.
We made our living off of intellectual property. We're not debating that. We're debating whether or not North Korea would be the ones who did it.
I don't know.
Okay, well, thanks so much for that.
Thanks so much, Dan. What about you? So, do you think Sigmund probably?
It is insidious, and it is. You know what? Sure, why not? Why not China too? Why not? Hey, it was the axis of evil. It was Iran, it was North Korea, and it was whoever else, Iraq, Afghanistan.
It used to be Iraq, but we took care of that.
It's ISIS. It's ISIS.
I still think it's probably George W. Bush who did this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that George W. Bush was behind the pirating of these movies.
Yeah, you can blame him for everything.
Of course, to play it safe. You're not going to get any argument. So, hey, I'm going to hedge my bets. All right, gentlemen, great segment. Thanks so much for your time.
Hey, wait, it was Darren Wilson. Darren
Wilson, that's right. The poor cop out there in the St. Louis area, Ferguson, who I'm sure started World War II at only 20-something years old, but probably was behind that as well.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, thanks so much. When we come back tomorrow, much more great entertainment for you. And do want to remind you, the show continues 24/7 at priceofbusiness.com. Have a great day spending it right here